Now, everything about electric vehicles drives innovation, from producing clean cars to making the production process greener.
Toyota has reaffirmed its commitment to continue developing innovative internal combustion engines. The statement is made in the middle of the global auto industry's shift, primarily toward electric vehicles, which has seen Toyota's EV sales climb fourfold from the previous year. What are Toyota's new plans with the combustion engine? In 2023, Toyota sold more automobiles than it had ever sold before, but the increase was mostly unaffected by electric vehicles. Just 104,018 of the 11,233,039 cars that the Japanese corporation delivered were electric automobiles. Battery electric vehicles made up just 0.926% of the vehicles sold by Toyota, Lexus, and the other companies in 2017. In light of this, the corporation believes that combustion engines are still necessary. In front of 200 business executives and managers, Chairman Akio Toyoda reiterated plans for a major engine development project. His remarks are consistent with his revelation at the 2024 Tokyo Auto Salon that he used the opportunity to tell everyone that we're going to keep doing engines. In response to questions, Toyota stated that he thinks battery electric vehicles will never account for more than 30% of the market, no matter how far technology advances. Consequently, fuel cell electric vehicles, hybrids, and gasoline-powered cars will make up the remaining 70%. The chairman of the company added that combustion engines that use hydrogen might have an answer. There was no mention of diesel. Toyota did not limit his response to inquiries from the media to just decarbonization. He also mentioned the sensitive subject of employment. I'm sure the 5.5 million individuals who have worked on engines their entire lives in Japan's auto industry will start to wonder, what was it all for? If we suddenly switch to BEVs, certain vendors associated with our engines are unable to secure bank loans. We've come to the stage where it is unexpected to hear about a new combustion engine. Automakers are mostly focused on announcing their plans for new electric vehicles in 2024. Some even assert that they will stop producing internal combustion engines in the upcoming years. Brands such as Opel, Volvo, Genesis, Maserati, Mini, Jaguar, Chrysler, Lotus, Aston Martin, Bentley, Buick, Cadillac, Rolls-Royce, and Genesis have pledged to transition to all-electric vehicles by the end of the decade, by 2035. Even Toyota's Lexus brand has committed to ceasing to sell automobiles with internal combustion engines. By the end of the decade, Stellantis claimed to sell only electric vehicles in Europe. Mercedes plans to switch to all-electric vehicles by 2030 on the continent, but only where market conditions allow. In 2032, our rival Audi will cease producing automobiles with internal combustion engines. BMW has not yet established a deadline. By 2033, the VW brand intends to produce solely electric vehicles in Europe. Toyota has a different perspective, contending that there are other ways to become carbon neutral besides using battery electric vehicles, noting that 1 billion people live without access to electricity globally. Akio Toyoda said that the infrastructure for charging is still far from being ready. Investing exclusively in EVs would be foolish because Toyota sells automobiles in those areas. How does the CEO of Toyota view the e-market? When asked about the difficulties facing electric vehicles, such as the recent slowdown in US demand, Toyota Motor Chairman Akio Toyoda said that the industry was beginning to realize that there was no one solution to lowering carbon emissions. People are finally seeing reality, Toyoda said, speaking in his capacity as the head of the Toyota. Toyota has long maintained that the auto industry should diversify its investments by keeping money in hybrid gasoline electric automobiles and other possibilities outside of only electric vehicles. Toyoda resigned from his position as Toyota CEO this year after almost 14 years in the position. He might be relishing AI told you so moment as hybrid car sales in the US outpace EV sales momentum. Toyota told a small group of reporters there are many ways to climb the mountain that is achieving carbon neutrality. Automakers ranging from Tesla to Ford Motor have cautioned in recent months about an unexpected decline in consumer demand for electric vehicles, CVs, which are often more costly than conventional gasoline-powered vehicles and require frequent recharging, which can present difficulties for certain drivers. Many consumers are finding them more costly because of rising borrowing rates, and dealership unsold inventory is beginning to accumulate despite growing discounts on plug-in versions. The industry, which is investing billions of dollars in new factories and battery production facilities and is dealing with stricter global laws on tailpipe emissions, should be concerned about the retreat in consumer interest. General Motors and Honda Motor said that they are ending a cooperation that was established a year and a half ago with the goal of creating a line of more affordable EVs, which is the latest indication that automakers are reversing their objectives. Millions of vehicles were anticipated to be produced with GM's Ultium batteries, a proprietary technology that the Detroit automaker has positioned as the mechanical foundation of its next electric vehicles. According to GM executives, lowering the price of AVs is essential to increasing their market share and increasing battery technology, including through joint ventures with other automakers, is one approach to save expenses. A few days back, GM also renounced its self-imposed goal to produce 400,000 electric vehicles by the middle of 2024, citing the need to make sure it can profitably develop these new models and the increasing unpredictability of the EV industry. Why has Toyota been viewing electric vehicles as the enemy for years? Over the course of the last 20 or so years, Toyota and its management have made it obvious that they are not particularly fond of electric cars. The automaker's reputation as a pioneer of green cars may seem to contradict this. As Toyota likes to remind people, the 1997 launch of the Prius marked a turning point in automotive history, as it was the first hybrid vehicle available for drivers who cared about the environment that was mass-produced and run on gas. The car manufacturer started selling up its Tesla shares a few years after making an investment in the company back in 2010 to promote EV development. In 2012, the company sold 100 units of a battery-operated microcar before discontinuing it because of concerns regarding the limits of AVs. Toyota has only recently seemed to be considering EVs seriously. In December, the firm unveiled a plan to deliver 5 new zero-emission cars to the European market by 2026. At the Tokyo Auto Salon earlier this month, the company unveiled a new hybrid model along with a fully battery-powered retro concept car. However, at the moment, Toyota only sells one EV, and if you want to buy one, the corporation doesn't offer many. Hyundai and other rivals are taking advantage of Toyota's sluggishness with EVs to highlight their own clean car achievements, undermining the Japanese giant's dominance of the global auto industry. How did Toyota come to choke on the dust of the electric vehicle revolution? Not by a thoughtless business error, but by deliberate decisions made at the top. Even worse, the corporation has combined this lack of innovation with strong efforts to prevent the widespread adoption of electric vehicles in order to maintain its ranking as the most valuable automaker in the world. What do you think of the new combustion engine from Toyota? Do you believe Toyota will eventually stop producing EVs? Do share your thoughts on this in the comments section. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications.